Welcome to Ephrom Josine, the cauldron of opinionated political commentary and other things like that. But we can't talk about politics all the time. I mean, I guess we could, but I don't really want to. I mean, I love talking about politics, but even I need to take a break. So I watched the movie Finding Dory, the sequel to Finding Nemo. And we're going to talk about it. Now, the first thing I want to say is the animation in this movie is great, and I loved looking at it. The voice acting was also really good. And I'm gonna start the I'm gonna start the review talking about the first half real quick though. And this will be more of a scene-by-scene recap than my other reviews, because I feel it's best to show this movie. So let's talk about it. So the whole plot of the movie is Dory wants to find her parents, so it's not really finding Dory, it's finding Dory's parents, or the findings of Dory, I guess. But either way, that's the basic idea. And of course, Nemo and Melvin are tagging along because movie, I guess. And they find out that Dory was in this aquarium where she came from, in like this theme park, I think. Oh, no, it wasn't a theme park, it was this like exhibit nature thing. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But at the same time, of course, Dory finds this octopus named Hank. Well, technically he's a septopus, but you know what I mean. And then, they have to go on this adventure, because the thing is, they're in Florida. Okay? Or, was it Florida? No, it was California. California! Was it? I'm gonna Google that real quick. And I will say Florida. What difference does it make in the end, really? And, and Hank wants to go to Cleveland because he just wants to be by himself. However, and Dory has a tag on her that will take her to Cleveland. So, Hank and Dory make a deal. Dory basically says, okay, you help me find my parents, I'll give you the tag. And if you don't remember from the first movie, Dory has short-term memory loss, and that sort of comes into play. I want to say there are really funny bits in this movie. There are some great jokes. I also loved watching Melvin and Nemo, like the "What Will Dory Do" scene. That was great. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Now, heck, the first half of this movie is kind of a rehash of Finding Nemo. Don't get me wrong, but it's a good rehash. If anything, I think it tells the story better than the first one. Then the second half happens. And we're going to get into some spoilers, so if you don't like that, continue watching anyway and cry yourself to sleep tonight. I really don't care about spoilers in the end, to be honest, and I do not sympathize with anyone who does. So let's get into those. Now, in the second half of the movie, this is where things get kind of bad. Because you see, when Dory gets back to her aquarium at, I think it's like, oh man, we'll call it open sea, or open ocean, that's what it was. Or back lotion, or something like that. Dory finds that her parents left there. In fact, all of her types of fish left there. So she wants to go through the pipes, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why doesn't she just swim up? Someone will notice her, and they'll say, oh, we forgot to grab this one by accident. Okay, we'll go grab it, and she'll go in a crate, and nothing will happen. Okay. But no, she goes through these pipes and she finds some really cool characters from earlier, like this dolphin, who has this bump on his head, so we can't exactly use his ecto vision correctly. Or this what? Who's really nearsighted and used to be Dory's old friend from the vents. They were like vent pals or something. Vent buddies. And then, there's all that good stuff. I'm just thinking, okay, why didn't she swim up? So she gets there to the crate, and she doesn't find her parents, though. Also, Melvin and Nemo are there, and that will be kind of important later. So she kept the conclusion that since they never came back from Cleveland, they died. And I'm sitting there thinking, wait a minute, I thought it was a one-way journey. That's why Hank wanted to go. Hank was the octopus, by the way. Hank wanted to go because he thought it'd be a one-way journey. So, why is it all of a sudden a way back? So she comes to the conclusion that they're dead. She falls out without either of the other two. And the other two start moving, but she finds her parents, even though they said they never came back from Cleveland. So they use their magical teleporting powers. They were like, I'm in Cleveland. Oh crap, we don't have a crate. Boom. Whoa. There. Boom, my magical teleporting powers activate. I'm over here now! At least that's what I assume happened. Uh, and, you know, they play shells everywhere, which is a good scene, because there are some really good scenes in this movie. The flashback scenes were great, by the way, and a scene where Dorothy was finding her parents originally was downright beautiful. I loved that scene. But sadly, the movie continued, and so Dory tries to, you know, get on the ship. Or, not the ship, the truck, and get in the tank, so she can drag Nemo and Melvin out, and I'm just thinking, why don't she just take all three of them? Why doesn't she just say, okay, you can come with us, we'll all go to Cleveland? That's more of a sure than, okay, I'm gonna go in there, then I'm gonna grab 2 fish and come back out, and I just have, we 3 fish are going to go in there together. And if we don't get out, that's fine. It seems much more logical. But of course, we can't have logic. And then, you know, she gets the fish through, I think something that counts as a felony. She recklessly drives off the ocean, and they all die. And, you know, it ends with them playing hide-and-seek. Hank's the teacher. It's actually, again, a really good ending. I'll give the movie that. The ending was, once again, really, really good. And the thing is, I don't want to give you guys the impression that Finding Dory is a bad movie. Because it isn't. I was frustrated while watching it, but the second half wasn't all that good. It was kind of rushed. I didn't feel like there were many plot points that made sense. But, the scenery is still beautiful, the acting is still great, the first half is still great, and the second half still has its own great moments. I would say it's okay. I think the second half takes it down in quality a bit, but it's still a pretty decent movie. That's really it. I'm Sifro Joe, and good night.